So I'm doing a review about the hospitality suite at the Hib Stadium. Now, my oldest son, my youngest son as well, they're both, my sons are like mad daft about football. They eat, sleep and breathe football and video games. Thought for my older one, for his 18th, I had this bright idea, what can I do for him? He wasn't so keen on a party or anything, wasn't that bothered. And I thought, oh, I know what I'll do, I'll book a, because he goes to football all the time, but he'd never been to any of the, the bars or the restaurants in the Hib Stadium. So I thought, well, I'll go ahead and book one for his 18th as a surprise for him. How many bars are there? I think there's 2 bars, which you pay for tickets to get in. You can't just walk in. Hence the reason most supporters go to the pub first and then go to the game, because they're pricey. So it's like, I can't remember what they start at. So there's the two sort of bars. I think one of them has like snack, one of them's just a bar, one of them has snacks on offer. It was unclear. I found when I was reading it at first, what exactly does it include? They say things like food offering. Does that mean it's included, or does that mean that you pay for it? Wasn't sure. There's a Albion bar, and what's the other one called? Oh, I can't remember the name of the other one. But there's 2 bars anyway. Edinburgh, is it Edinburgh Club? Yeah, I think so. And then you've got the actual sort of sit-down meals ones, so it kind of, goes up and up and up. This is the one I booked, the Tornadoes. So what that is, it's a 3-course meal, and there's a drink each included, alcoholic or soft drink included with it. Then it goes up to, there's I can't remember what the next it's all going out of my head now. Yeah, and then there's another restaurant anyway. I think that's maybe the Edinburgh Club, I'm getting the names mixed up. But anyway, yeah, so it goes up to, then there's the next one, which is a bit sort of plusher, and I think there's maybe another one on top of that. I thought there was something called the Emerald Suite or something, but there's also like an outdoor, like a street food one, where you get I think it's the really nice heated seats or something, like the comfy armchair ones, and I think they bring food out while you're on, in the seats, say. Pioneers, that's what it's called. So there's the Tornadoes, and then the fancier restaurant's called the Pioneers. So yeah, I actually wanted to get that one, but it was a bit out of budget. So went for the Tornadoes. Got the more sort of funky look about it. It's got the sort of yellow seats, the green lighting, a bit more sort of relaxed looking. So I thought maybe prefer that anyway. I initially thought, I think it said in the booking it was going to be a carvery, but when we got there that wasn't the case. So what we did get was a 3-course meal. Starter was French onion soup. I'll pop a picture up of that. And it was okay. It was nice. It wasn't the best one I've had. I've had nicer ones, and you go to a real French restaurant, you get the really good one, but it was okay. It was nice. It was a little poppy seed roll and butter with it. And for the main course, it was lovely. I loved the main course. It was probably my favourite thing out of all of it. It was beef, and it was a lovely bit of beef, really, really tender, like the sort of medallion, and it had absolutely brilliant sauce with it. I don't know what was in. I wanted to ask the chef, how did you do that sauce? Because it was amazing. It wasn't just like, their gravy, that's okay. It was like really, really lifted the whole thing, And there was like a little side of mashed potatoes, quite small bits, but just really nice. Bit of mashed potato, and I think it had the red cabbage on it. One kind of big chunk of carrot. Just one bit of carrot. And what else did it have? Was it like kale? I think it was like kale or something like that. There was something green on it. And they had a haggis bonbon as well. So pop up a picture. And the dessert was a berry crumble. Crumbles aren't really my favourite thing. They're okay, but they aren't, my sort of favourite things. But again, the quality, like with the sauce on the main course, the quality of the crumble pastry was just like, well, not pastry, but the quality of it was just brilliant. It was like, it wasn't just a, it wasn't just okay, it had like a really lovely taste to it, eh? And it was a bit funny because the custard was kind of put straight on it. You know how it just makes it a bit nicer, put in a wee jug at the side, eh? It was like a school dinner. It looked like school dinners, which was kind of funny. It was nice nonetheless. So yeah, it was, I'll pop up a little picture of that as well. So yeah, the thing about it all is that I'm not a fussy eater. I'll eat almost anything, so I was okay. If it's someone, if you're a fussy eater, you're going to have a problem if you don't like it. So I was kind of thinking, I was like, so there's no choices. You just get, it's like kind of school dinners. You just go in and get fed. And I mean, I really enjoyed it. I didn't really have hardly any criticisms about the food standard at all. I thought it was lovely, and the waitress was really, really nice. She was very attentive as well. Came over quite a lot, and we were thinking, is she going to come over again because I order more drinks and stuff? And she did. She kept coming over. So we weren't left alone too much. So yeah, but the main course certainly was. I thought it was stunning. I thought it was really, really, really nice. And then so went outside for the first half of the game. The game itself was brilliant. We won. Hibs won. So that was good. It was one of the games where it was started off well, and then it went to Dundee scored later on. Like a bit like, was it the second? I started the second half. Dundee scored, so we were even. Then Dundee scored again. We were like, we're going to lose, and then Hibs scored, and then Hibs scored, and it was right at the last minute. Which is it's just brilliant, isn't it, when that happens, eh? It's like, it was really good. You go outside and you get seated in it's like the softest, no like the army chair seats, but it's like the padded seats. And, because you're higher up, and my son said that we're higher up, so the higher up you are, the better it sort of is for seeing everything. And the atmosphere is maybe a little more kind of laid back. I'm not a big football person at all. I only went to one game back in the 1990s, and Easter Road Stand has been renovated since then to like, it was early 2000. I used to live around the corner, and I remember when it started getting done up. And it's not one of the biggest stadiums, but it's lovely, proper stadium now. Whereas when I first went to a game, this was back in the 1990s, and it was literally like that wooden hut. And the wooden hut, I think there were two wooden huts. One for the Hibs, one for the away, wherever. And I can't remember if there's any, at the side. Maybe it was more family, but at the side, I was on the terrace and my daughter's there, and I'm never going back because everybody was raging, like proper raging. There was all these angry men in leather jackets, and I'm sitting like, how am I going to survive this? And I was just like, anything that's too aggressive, I don't like. I'm too placid. I was like, no, my cup of tea. I'm not going to come back here. But so since they've actually built the new stand, it's changed an awful lot. It's totally different. It's not like it's it's still, there's obviously still with football. There's always going to be somebody a bit mental, and it wouldn't be the same without it. You've got to have someone kicking off at the referee and that. You've got to have that, and it wouldn't be football. But everyone's a lot happier and a lot more chilled out. I actually went to the Hibs and Essen game. My mum had booked tickets for it. I went with my son, and it was the first time I'd been in since it's the big stadium built. That was earlier last year as well. And yeah, that was really funny because when Hibs scored, Essen didn't care. They just kept on singing. And honestly, I just think that's what football should be like. It's just not worth losing sleep over. But yeah, the game was really, and they've got the ultras, who are like the kind of used to be the Hibs casuals, right? And honestly, they're just like totally different. They're like amazingly creative because they do all the they make up all the football chants and the drums. They've always got the drums going as well. And it's just really kind of, I think they're brilliant, the kind of move in time and everything, put up the little, the things all in sync and everything. I think they're so creative, and they spend a lot of time on it. And I just think they're fab. But there's just so much less of the, crazy raging mentality going on that there used to be. It's a lot more chilled out and just more fun, and honestly I just think that's the way it should be. So anyway, it's like during the second the break, we went back in and they say, there's snack at break. And I'd watched another, like, that I struggled a bit to find reviews of it. Other ones they had like it was at Celtic when they went in and they had a really nice, I think they had to pay initially for food, right? Like the guy went, he paid initially for like £8 for like a bit of chicken and chips or something, like nothing special at all, overpriced. But when he went back in for the the half-time snack, it was like really nice sandwiches, really nice buffet, and that was all laid out for free. So I don't know if it's that, and he was like, oh, I wish I'd never bought food in the first place, because I could have, if I'd known, I would have got this, right? So, but we had like, they had little steak pie, 3 steak pies, and we've already eaten steak, and I was like, it's a bit kind of, heavy on the beef side, isn't it? Having said that though, lovely, again, the pastry, they've got some phenomenal pastry chef in that place, because, yeah, it was really, really good. Quick drink, we went back, you don't get much time at half time, do you? It's extremely quick. I remember that the other time I was there, it was like in and out, and the game had started again. I think I missed a goal, because I was going to get a coffee or whatever it was. And then back in for the second half. Lovely atmosphere at night. Pop a quick video of what that's like. And yeah, there's all them. I love it at night. So the other one I went to was during the day, but at night it's because it's dark and all the lights. They've got all these green, electric lights that go around, and there's the ultras and doing all the drumming and all the chanting and things and songs. It's just the atmosphere's electric. It's just beautiful. So, and I never thought I'd say it because I never was into football at all, but it was a really brilliant night. So. Cost-wise though, if you're wanting to upscale and go to one of these things, it's not cheap at all. I paid for 2 of us £350. So it's £175 each a ticket. Now, so that includes, you've got the 3-course meal and you've got the snack at half time. Oh yeah, and after it, they had like Tunnock's tea cakes. I think they had coffee and tea out. Tunnock's biscuits and stuff afterwards, right? And yeah, that includes 1 drink as well. Now I spent an additional, was it £50 on drinks? It's a really pricey night. I'm not sure why it's so expensive. I suppose it's because if it was maybe too cheap, everyone would want to do it and the place would be jam-packed or something. Maybe that's the wrong thing to say about being the jam-packed's the wrong thing to say about being the Hibs Stadium, but I don't know why it's so expensive. For what you kind of get, it does seem very overpriced. However, what I would say though is, I think I just loved it so much. It was so good, and he did as well. And I really did it for him because it's the kind of thing he likes to do, and it's a bit about goes to the football with his dad all the time. So it was something that just never done before, and I'd recommend it if you've got a relative, son or something that just loves football. It is worth doing it just for obviously it's, well, for a lot of people it would be too expensive to do a lot, but yeah, I'd like to see what the other ones are like. Actually, I'd like to, because you maybe got a better if you go maybe to the one that's just the bar and then they've got the snacks on offer. I just don't know, that just seems very vague about what that actually includes. So but that might be a better kind of deal if you're getting a nice kind of buffet at half time, and if that's included, because obviously those ones are less. But yeah, I definitely did enjoy it. It was good. It was worth doing. Yeah, but very much on the pricey side. But I certainly don't regret going. Glad I went, and it was a really good memory for his 18th. It's something that he won't forget it, you know, and I won't forget either.